Yeah, folks, so the next couple of slides, I'm just going to take you through a wee bit of our work around sort of physical activity, play and sport, and how we link that all together. So there's two main things that I'm really going to talk about today. The first is free play. So really, in terms of ensuring children and young people get that all-important 60 minutes moderate to vigorous physical activity per day, for us, the place to start is play, more so free play, active and physical play. So free play really is a concept of children controlling the content of their own play for their own reasons. In free play, children get the most play value, and the most play benefits will come from free play than other types of play. So at PlayBoard, we do adult-led activities, but what we really find is it's in that free play sessions that children are motivated to actually play for longer. And to be honest, they actually have more fun as well within the free play sessions. This wee model can be used by the likes of national government bodies. It can be used by PE teachers, sports coaches, really anyone who delivers sport and physical activity sessions with children as a way to help develop that all-important intrinsic motivation that children need to continue to participate in physical activity. So the second approach we use then, as a children's rights organisation, we believe in facilitating the voice of children, and this is a model that I would use developed by Professor Laura Lundy for the Children's Coaching Collaborative, basically as a framework for sports coaches to capture the voices of children and young people, and it links, as you can see, to Article 12 of the UNCRC, which Alan has already sort of alluded to. But it really can be used by anyone who works with children to encourage participation and champion the voice and the rights of children and young people in sport and physical activity. So the first one, you have space, and really what this is, it's about giving children a safe space to express their views. The second one then is a voice. It's children and young people actually being allowed to express that view. Then we lead on to audience, which is really all around having their voices actually listened to by adults. And the final one then is influence. So it's really about the adults listening to what they've been told by the children and young people, and then enacting those as appropriate or as they see fit. So again, for us at PlayBoard, it's not about taking full control over absolutely everything that happens within our physical play or active play sessions. And research has actually shown the critical need to actually involve children within the decision-making process. Giving them some sort of ownership and control has a major influence in harnessing that intrinsic motivation that children will need to keep participating within sport and physical activity as well. So for us guys then, these two approaches for us lay the building blocks needed to assist with the development of physical literacy. So some of you here, probably most of you here from a sport and physical activity background, will be familiar with the All-Ireland Physical Literacy Consensus Statement that was released in October. And basically, physical literacy is having that ability to perform fundamental and specialised movement skills such as running, jumping, throwing, kicking, catching. I would add in other things like landing, twisting, turning, changing direction, all the skills that children need to master and develop before they even need to worry about those specialised sports-specific skills. So at PlayBoard, we're well aware that all children don't want to participate in sport, but all children need to be physically active. They need to play for their health and their overall holistic development. So physical literacy, it isn't about everyone, becoming an elite athlete. It's about developing the skills and awareness needed to encourage children and young people to be physically active throughout their lifespan at whatever level they want to participate at. And in play, that lays the foundations for children to master those fundamental movement skills to become physically literate. In play, more so you're active in your physical play, long before children are ever introduced to sports programs or PE within schools, and they can start to build those skills independently to become physically literate. And research has shown that physically literate children are actually more likely to take part in sport and physical activity throughout their lifespan as well. So at PlayBoard, we believe that using free play, giving children a voice that will help foster and develop that love of sport, that love of physical activity, is going to encourage them to develop that physical literacy. So it's really about that mix and finding that balance of free play that's fun, that's engaging for children, that increases their motivation, increases their confidence. But it's also about giving them a voice and having that voice listened to, allowing them to take that wee bit of ownership and a wee bit of sense of control that harnesses that intrinsic motivation that's going to encourage them to continue to be physically active. So guys, the final slide from myself then is, so how do we really do this at PlayBoard? Well, we deliver play sessions with specific aims of developing physically active children. So we deliver theory, we also deliver practical based education workshops and seminars to a wide range of audiences. And Alan sort of already alluded who we work with at the start. So some of the workshops that I have delivered is with the Northern Ireland Childcare Partnership. We also have the Department of Education within Northern Ireland, their Getting Ready to Learn project as well, which is really developing physical and active play educational workshops to early years and school age childcare sectors, which would be basically early years is your 0 to 4, school age childcare would be 4 to 11-year-old, and it's working with teachers and after schools practitioners and training them on the importance of physical and active play for children and young people within their settings, and actually showing them how to incorporate more physical, more active play within their settings as well. We also had inquiries from national governing bodies of sport such as Athletics NI, Cricket Ireland, and a few others about potentially play training for their coaches as well. It's another avenue that we're pursuing. PlayBoard and Technological University Dublin also have a partnership, a research partnership in the form of a master's level research project, where the aims are to essentially research the links between physical activity, play, and children and young people's sport as well. We also have an international influence delivering webinars on the International Play Association's highly popular webinar series, which has participants from all over the world, right through from Canada to South America, into Europe, to Australia and New Zealand as well. And we've also delivered and presented our work at the recent 22nd IPA World Conference, which is held in Glasgow there in June past. And finally, we also have a bit of an international delivery. We've delivered at the National Sports and Physical Activity Convention in Australia last year, and we'll also be delivering this year, which is essentially the leading sport and physical activity convention within Australia and New Zealand.